All right, and welcome back to Lostboys. Brandon's laughing at me. Welcome back to Lostboys Cypher Circle. Um, if you didn't know, now you do. This is the show where I bring artists of all kinds on, whether you be a rapper or like a painter, a painting artist, drawing artist, a poet, a storyteller, or you just want to come on here and have a conversation. We have a whole show dedicated to that. In fact. So if you want to come on the show, make sure you message me at Dylan Lawler on Facebook or email me at lostboy420x@gmail.com. And also make sure you go subscribe to us and follow us on everywhere you can find your podcast, which I believe we have up on the screen for us here. Thank you, Brandon. Subscribe and follow to Lost Boys Cypher Circle on all these platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Audible, iHeartRadio, Pandora, and anywhere else you find your podcast. We appreciate your support. Also, as I was saying a minute ago, we have a show completely dedicated. Oh, do we not have it up here? All right. So you know what? We're just going to get the elephant out of the room here. It is very clear that we are already experiencing some technical difficulties at the beginning of the show, and that I am not 100% on my game. That is due to the fact that we are using a new platform this week. Previously, for the last year and a half, we have been using a platform called StreamYard. We are now using a different platform. Don't know how it's going to work out. I'm trying it. This is the first run. We've done like one test run, but this is really it. So apologize if it's not the normal show and doesn't run as smoothly as normal, but we're going to try to keep it flowing for you guys. That being said, I do not have the banner for deep cuts up here for some reason. I thought I had loaded in here, but I guess not. But we have a show called Deep Cuts. If you didn't know about it, it's a show where I bring artists on one-on-one, and we talk one-on-one about really anything and everything. And it's just a chance for me to go deeper into their minds and them go deeper into mine. And just a way for us to get to know each other better, and for you guys to get to know us better. So go check that out. That's also on the Lost Boys YouTube channel under videos. These episodes will be in the live section, obviously. And we've put out about 7 episodes now, and we've got more coming to you. Also, the banner that is not up here, but I will talk about it. Me and my friend Brendan have an outdoor adventure vlog where we go out in the woods and we adventure. You know, we fish, we hike, we do that kind of thing. And there's more coming, so stay tuned for that. It's called Lost Boys Presents Lost in the Woods. So keep a lookout for that. And also keep a lookout for more Lost Boys Presents Deep Cuts. Please silence your phones, ladies and gentlemen. Brandon, I'm talking to you. And the donation thing isn't even up here either. Wow, this didn't turn out the way I wanted to. Okay, well, if you want to donate to us, we have a Cash App, a Venmo, and a PayPal. It's LostBoy420X. Same thing as the email. So the tag is the beginning of the email right there. LostBoy420X for PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo. Make sure you don't forget the X. Now, before we do, before we get into the show, I have to help Brandon with his technical difficulties, but it's okay, Brandon. It's all right. See, it's an experiment. You guys are witnessing a great experiment tonight. Yeah, you're witnessing the most real life shit that goes into this bullshit. All right, here you go, bro. Now, before we get into the show, I often say that it is our weekly therapy session. It is our chance to get our um, anger out. It is our chance to get the dark things that we have going on inside and just the things that we're dealing with day to day. It is our chance to get those things out and express ourselves, and we do that through our art. So oftentimes we might talk about some triggering topics, and that is because they're triggering for us also, and we're trying to work through them. But that being said, we know that it can be triggering to other people, and that is why we always like to give a trigger warning. Brandon, do you not have the banner for trigger warning either? God damn it. Let me. You can, you can't hear me? No. No, the guests say they can hear me. Okay, guess he can't hear me. I hope you guys can. Because I'm gonna, yeah, she's nodding. So I'm gonna keep talking, assuming you guys can hear me. While I put this trigger warning up here, because this show can be triggering sometimes, guys. You know, we talk about some heavy topics, we talk about some sad shit. Some, sometimes it's funny and sometimes it's, upbeat. But we understand that the dark times can get very dark, and not everybody can handle talking about it or even listening to it. So if anything on here triggers you at all in the slightest, feel free to click out at any time, and come back next week at Saturday at 9 p.m. Or later in the episode. But it is not meant to trigger you. It's just our personal therapy. So we hope that you can enjoy the show. Also, before we get into the show, I also kind of, because we focus a lot on our mental health, and this is a very healing show. We're using art to heal ourselves and heal others. And so when it comes to mental health, my biggest piece of advice is always don't keep that shit bottled up. Don't keep it locked down inside and let it eat you away. Let it out. Find somebody, talk to somebody, make sure you have an outlet, whether it's your art or just talking to somebody. This show is a great place to come on and talk to people, or just message these people privately, or message me privately, or even your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your coworker. All of these people are people that you don't think understand, but I guarantee you there's at least one or two that understand what you're going through and are willing to help you and willing to talk to you and just willing to be that shoulder. So please reach out, and please reach out to us, and please reach out to your family, and just reach out in general. Don't keep it bottled up. Also, if you're looking for some professional hotlines to hit up, or I should say, get in contact with or whatever, we do have those up for us. Thank you, Brandon. You can text Lifeline you can text 988, or go to their website lifelinecrisis.com, and they have professionals and resources and stuff like that on hand to try to help you. And then there's also betterhelp.com, which will hook you up with an online therapist. And the cool thing about BetterHelp is if you don't like the therapist they hook you up with, they'll switch you out for a new one until you find someone that you are comfortable with. So that being said, I hope some people find some help there, and I hope that my show is also helpful as well. And I can give you some kind of meaning, or some type of therapy, or something. So because that's why we do this. But anyway, let us get on with the show. Sorry guys, I'm all out of whack here. This new platform, it's not that much different. It's just everything's in a different place and it looks different, if you get what I mean. Like, even the camera's not as zoomed in. You guys can see my Spider-Man poster. Now this one, now it's an excuse to talk about it, but this poster right here, The Amazing Spider-Man, is the artwork of the first ever comic that ever released of Spider-Man. It says introducing Spider-Man. It was 12 cents, and it came out August 15th, 1962. And that's the artwork. I'm a huge comic fan. So now you guys, every time you watch the show, you just get to see fucking Spider-Man's foot. So, and there's nothing I can do about it. No way I can zoom in my camera or anything. So it just is what it is. And this is an amazing poster that my girlfriend made me for my birthday. So I'm not getting rid of that. So here we go. Spider-Man's foot. Anyway, before we get to these other artists here, and we actually didn't skedaddle. I'm gonna have you go up first. Is that good? Well, I'm gonna go first, and then I'll have you. So you have a few minutes to get ready. All right, guys. So I got a piece here that I wrote the other day in about 15, 20 minutes. Some of you might have already heard it because I sent some of my friends and other artists a voice memo of it. Some of you may have read it because I also posted it on Facebook. But give me 1 second to grab it for you guys here. What the hell? I didn't actually title it. And here's the thing: is I never do this. Sometimes I even start with a title. I never don't title a piece, and I also usually, even when something's like already written, I'll hold on to it for a minute and just add little bits and pieces to it, and like, oh, this isn't done or whatever. And I'm sure I could probably do that with this piece. You can always do that with a piece because you're your own worst critic. But this is kind of a piece where I was just like, I mean, fuck it, man. Like, this is good. Like, this is where it's at. And I just liked it the way it was. So I'm gonna try to read it for you guys. Apparently I have to. It's taking me a minute because I'm trying to pull it up on Messenger where I sent it to somebody because it's not doing it on Google Drive for some bullshit reason. I don't know. I'm gonna have to fucking copy and paste it, but that's another time. Come on, you stupid piece of. This is a family show, kind of. Not really. All right, this is getting ridiculous. I'm about to say, just hand me my phone and I'll fucking pull it up on there because fuck that. All right, give me my fucking phone. This is taking too fucking long. Give me my phone. That is, yes, that's it. That's it. Thank you. You're the best, Brandon. That's what a producer is for. All right. Give me a fucking minute to get in the. All right. It's a short one. And it goes like this. Couple shots of Hennessy, I start bouncing off the walls like you just fed me methamphetamines. Then when I peaked, injected me with ketamine. I'm fed up with this pent up fucking energy. This 8 to 7 dead end pit is not the shit that's meant for me. You fuckers want to lecture me? Bitch, half the shit that's taking up my memory would leave you fucking shaking in a mental penitentiary. But every time I write, it's like I dose myself with ecstasy. The only thing that sets me free, it's heavenly. I'm morphing from a peasant to a legendary epic. See, I'm never fucking resting. I'm a testament to everything you can achieve the second that you press down on their necks and never let them breathe. Like Zeppelin said, I'm climbing up to heaven, but you'll never see the end of me. So rest in peace to all my fucking enemies. I'm never looking back once I crest the steps of destiny. And that is, I don't know what I'm going to title it, but that's that piece. I hope you enjoyed it. With that being said, I am going to bring up our first artist, Skedaddle. And she. It's coming. All right. She is a visual artist and a commission artist, which means you can pay her to make art for you. And you can follow her on Twitter at skedaddle_art and on Instagram at x.skedaddles.art.x. Yeah, she's just the best, man. She's one of the best people I know and one of the best artists I know, and I'm just happy to have her here. So let's hold on. Let's welcome Skedaddle. I wanted to use that so bad. Oh, you're muted. Hold on, I got you.
You, I love
I've been wanting to use that for so fucking long. You have no idea how long I've been wanting to use that. It's just so good. It's so
that's
good.
great.
um so real quick, um actually, you know what? I'll ask you that in a few minutes. Why don't you start by telling us who you are if they don't know you, and then what you've been up to if you have anything going on.
Well, I'm Skedaddle. As you said, I'm a commission artist. I do pretty much everything, but I'm more so like I do like character creation for whatever you need. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm too
Okay.
tired. I'm so tired right now.
No, I feel you, but you know what? I like that you said that though, because that is even the art that you're just like creating for yourself. Like that's most of what I see you do is character creation. And as a storyteller myself, like I really appreciate that. Like I consider myself a storyteller, not just when I'm, because I write fantasy and stuff like that, but I also consider myself a storyteller, like in my rhymes and my poetry too. Um, so as a storyteller, I always like really appreciate like good character creation, and you definitely do that with your art. So
Appreciate it.
um absolutely. So you sent me a couple pieces. Which one did you want to show off first?
I'm gonna show off Mystic Mountains first.
Mystic Mountains. All right, Brandon, can we get a title? Thank you. That looks so good. Honestly, I will say this. It is a little more difficult to use, but I'm really digging it. It has more features. The banners look better. I think the audio, when I was listening to it earlier, it sounded a little better. You guys will have to tell me, but I'm digging it. So here is Mystic Mountains, and you can actually
I have.
see us. You can actually see us both. And you have the actual painting. Nice. I love that.
I wanted to try and do something new. I don't. I'm not quite sure how I feel about it, but I am pretty impressed with how it came out. I wanted to
Well, this
stick.
is well, this is how we feel about it. That's yeah.
Oh, you're gonna
uh,
be, huh?
oh man. Um we got our first comment. Thank you. I'm still learning how this works. Hold on. Brandon, you got it? Okay. Amazing as always. Um and that's from Jack. Jaskarut. Um, who Jack is unfortunately, guys. We'll get to that in a little bit, but Jack was supposed to be with us tonight, and because of the new platform, he's having a hard time getting on because he's in Lithuania. But we will have him back, and we're going to have his story on here later tonight. But we'll get to that. But yeah, Jack says amazing as always, and I definitely agree. Um, the thing that strikes me right away is that it feels like I can see the wind blowing in a still frame, and that's hard to do as a painter. And I don't even know anything about art, and I know that's hard to do. And I can see the wind blowing, and not only just the leaves, but the water too. The water is flowing, and I really like the detail you put into that.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I was doing my damnedest, but I also wanted to keep that like anime-esque feel, I guess you could say.
You know, yeah,
So
it
I tried
definitely
too real.
right away it gave me like it was giving One Piece, like, or like on or there's this game I play. It's called Ghost of Tsushima. It came out for the PS4, but they're making another one for the PS5. And it's this Japanese open world game where you kind of play as like a ninja, but the real sell of the game was the artwork and the landscapes, and
I know what you're talking about.
it reminds me of that because they have a lot of trees like that in Japan.
Hmm.
Um, and a lot of them like pink. They have a lot of like pink and yellow trees that whose leaves just blow shed all year round and just blow off all over the place. And um, yeah, and actually, hold on, I think I can hold on. Landscape. I hold on. Let me see. Oh yeah, there we go. Hold on. Let me pull this. Let me pull this up real quick to show you exactly what I'm talking about because I can do that now. All right. We go to this button and then we go to this button and we hit share and then we add it and make it the thing. And hold on. Yeah, I know, Brandon. Thanks. I couldn't see that with my own eyeballs. All right, here we go. Here we go. So if you look here, let me find a good example of what I was talking about. See these yellow trees right here,
Yeah.
and then like I was trying to find an example of the pink. Oh, right here. Here we go. Like this kind of stuff.
They're called cherry blossom
See what I
trees.
mean? Are they? I see. I didn't even know what the fuck they're called. But yeah, your painting reminds me a lot of this kind of landscape right here.
And
Um,
that's like
but yeah,
going. So thank you.
yeah, fantastic piece. I love it. Let's see what Uno thinks about it. Oh, I gotta move this so that we can see him. And then there we go. See, I can do all sorts of crazy
Oh
tricks.
shit! That looks so much. That looks so much better.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. You're muted. Hold on. Um,
All
I
right.
requested. There we go.
Yes, here we go. As always, awesome, awesome art.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what really inspired that piece?
I got bored of doing the same thing over and over. So I'm like trying to kind of break out of my box.
Mm-hmm.
Think
Yeah.
outside the box.
Excuse me. Thou no quote. Forget the box.
Oh my
Think
god, I remember
outside.
that. I remember that episode. Forget the bugs. That was one of our fucking like catchphrases for a while. Forget the fucking box. Yes, dude. That was our fucking thing. I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah. Well, of course, we have to even forget the building the boxes in, as I said. So, yeah, and as I say, because usually, I always bring something a little bit different with my
Oh yeah.
pieces also. So
Every
this is why we have to get rid of the boxes, the think outside the place the boxes in, even think outside the country the boxes
Because
in.
at the country.
absolutely. Uh, we gotta just we gotta just forget the box. That's why I like forget the box because you gotta forget it even exists. Forget there
Hmm.
is even a box. There's no box. I am boxless.
I am boxless.
oh, oh, this is quality content. But yeah, that is a great piece. Thank you for sharing that. Real quick, guys, has either one of you is has Jack sent either one of you anything yet?
Yes, he sent me
Yes.
11 and 12.
All right, we will have that as the middle piece, and then we're right now we are going to get my man Uno up here. Oh, hang on, it's okay. I can mute you until you. I don't know what that crackling was, but now it's weird because When I drop them off the screen, they don't automatically mute on their own. I have to mute them. And check this out, guys. Ready? So I can push this button. Buddy. So couldn't hear what I was just saying because that button completely mutes me. That's awesome. Okay, so what that button does is I push it and I can talk directly to Uno without anybody else hearing me but him. So hold on, just I'll do it to you. Ready? That's pretty cool. So that's one thing I can do is I can talk to them behind screen, but I also have to mute them myself. So it's gonna take us some time to get used to like the muting, unmuting situation here, guys. So be patient with us, but we will get this show like running smooth like butter. Why do they say that? I don't know. Anyway, we'll get this show running smooth like butter very soon. And with that being said, let me bring up my man Uno here. And Uno, I have yes, yes. I have um your flyer up here, but it is also do you want me to play it's the circles one. Would you like me to play that or no? Okay. All right. Hey, that's super cool. You guys can hear him like he's just a ghost coming out of nowhere. That's fucking dope. All right, my man Uno here. He's a poet. He's a school teacher. He's an author. He's got multiple books out. He's also part of a group initiative called Bomb with Words, bringing awareness to mental health through writing and poetry. You can follow him on Instagram at the Ono One. You can follow him on YouTube at the Ono X. You can follow him on Facebook at the Ono, and you can find his books on Amazon. Some of his books are Midnights, and now that's what I call poetry. I believe he has others on there. And actually, that's cool because when I fuck something up in the intro, you guys can just unmute yourself and correct me. So, do you have others on Amazon, Uno? Awesome. So make sure you guys go check that out on Amazon, and also go check out his website with links to all that stuff at theonoxpoetry.weebly.com. And all right. And without further ado, I didn't time. I
Someone is
was
enjoying their new system.
I didn't I I didn't time that very well. I'm gonna need to rework that. Let's just pretend that. Let's pretend I timed that correctly.
Yeah.
Um. Anyway, what's been going on, man? How you doing?
Oh well, of course, I was here for your birthday, so now I'm taking over the show for mine.
Happy birthday! Oh no! Can we get a? Oh, hold on. I had a banner made for you and everything, man. I made you a happy birthday banner. Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday. This is also Uno's birthday episode, so we're celebrating Uno's birthday.
Yeah,
I assume
and I brought the spicy Doritos.
nice. Nice. Gotta have the spicy Doritos. Gotta have them. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. What are you Oh, I see some words. I see some words on my sister's computer over there. You were asking her earlier, huh? Oh, I see some words on the computer over there.
Ooh.
Maybe we'll get a surprise feature in a little bit.
Of course. No, because the last time when she didn't want to come on for your birthday, she came on when I asked her nicely.
Uno, I love you too much to let you down. This one I won't mind letting down.
Oh,
It's okay.
thank
It's okay. You let me
you.
down every day, so
I know.
I'm used to it.
Wait.
I'm just-
She lets you down every day, or does she knock you down every day?
yeah, that's more accurate actually. Oh man. Well, all right. So you got some pieces for us tonight. What is this first piece you want to
Okay, so I'll be doing Mamushi twice.
Mamushi twice? You're not doing it twice. It's just called Mamushi twice.
Mamushi twice because
Mamushi twice.
um I already did on a show we both love, Louisiana. Oh my gosh, what is it? Louisiana
Louisiana
Lounge.
Lyricist Lounge by
Yes,
Pakram. Shout out to
yeah,
my man Pakram on Louisiana Lyricist Lounge.
yeah, whoa, yeah. So I did the original version. So I say, since Megan Thee Stallion did her remix it twice, that's why it's called Mamushi twice.
All right, man. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
and don't forget a T-shirt.
I am just going to, and actually, I normally say I'm going to drop myself out of here, but what I can do is there's a spotlight button where I just hit the spotlight button and you pop onto the screen. And now I mute myself and go ahead.
Mamushi twice. In a pit of shadows where summer serpents dwell. 41 year past. A tale of my midnight moments I shall tell. Born of the Mamushi, in darkness confined, a battle commenced within my heart and my mind. Haters the vipers into my mind they burrow and bite. Words cast aside, lost at midnight afternoons. Judge not, they decree. Yet I face their decree. Each day a trial, each breath a plea. I cannot stare into the mirror's reflection. I shall see but a beloved and hated ghost of me dying. An echo of promise, a flicker of moose, once filled with fervor, now shrouded in grey. November's 15 chill with whispers, you have lost your way. In the shadows, a flicker, an electric touch. Love's lavender haze ignites in dark. Since the cruel summer of July, hope's fragrance brooms. Doubt's shadows linger in the tortured poet's department rooms. My dreams ashes, scattered and spent. I fight through the fog of my cold, dead heart that's content. Dazed and confused in this utopia grand, I strive to find footing to take a bold stand. Will I rise like the phoenix from embers set free? Or will remain in the pit where Mamushi creeps? Graceful as gazelles in the world vast and wild, Houdini, a lost boy, I seek to reclaim the lost Louisiana lounge, poetry corners in dreams of a child. Oh, fate, hear the whispers, my desperate plea. Please, 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 do not let my dark side be all that I see. I'm a star with light yet to shine. In despair, allow my spirit to align. Through battles of the great war in my mind, my life I have fought, through scars I have earned. In the fire of struggles, my true self yet be discerned. Here stands Mamushi, no longer in fright, awaiting his marshal to stand together with courage reborn, embracing the fight. Though I am weary and shadows loom, I will dance through the darkness, for in my 41st year, I hope it is my bloom. In this life, I know they are the guile, but they tolerate it. My story being told, my battles victorious, the eras past, and those yet to come. And my folklore that one day I long live evermore. Oh, this was just a warrior winded verse, an awful bad 41 times worse. End of a decade, start of an age. Thank you for all you have done as I enter my era of 41.
That was fucking dope, man. That was a good birthday piece, and that was a really empowering piece. Just overall, man, that was fantastic. And it felt like not only just like it felt like half empowering poetry and half like urban legend, like nightmare, like tale that you like tell to your kids or whatever. Like just and I love how you like intertwined the sort of like urban mythical like fantasy kind of vibe with like an empowering poetry piece, and how you juxtapose them,
Mhm,
um and kind of personified your inner demon, kind of like I do, in
mhm.
some of my pieces. I really appreciate that. I love that shit, man. That's awesome.
I literally wrote it Thursday night into my birthday and posted.
Hell yeah, nice, man. Yeah, it was kind of like I mean, the past couple days, like I just been kind of getting hit with waves of shit that I've just been like writing, and then I
Mhm.
just post like a line or post like the one that I did at the beginning. I wrote that in like 15 minutes, and I just posted it right away, and I was like, "Hey guys, what do you think of this?" And but yeah, sometimes the best shit is shit that it just comes to you and you just put it out there.
Well, I'm going to say this. Do you know where I get my most inspiration?
Where?
What? Well, I am weird. My, anytime I'm on the porcelain throne, my phone.
Hey, yo, that's me too. Me too. Dude, hey, Eminem came up with Slim Shady on the shitter. Okay. Yeah, in the shower and on the shitter is the best place to come up with shit. It just is. It just is.
Uh,
Absolutely.
uh, the thing is, I'm going to say it and create a new line for us tonight. I guess artists do have shit for brains.
You got Tesla laughing over here. I guess so, man. I guess so. Oh shit. Well, dude, that was a great piece. I'm gonna bring Skedaddle up here and see what she thought about it. Um, hey.
Oh my gosh, I
Oh,
love the magic
Ayo.
transition.
Okay.
um,
What does mamushi mean?
Okay, so in Japan, it is one of the deadliest pit vipers. They say literally, if it stings you once, just pray to the Lord within the next 10 minutes. That's how poisonous it
That's
is.
badass. But no, Dylan kind of took the words out of my mouth. It like felt like a birthday poem mixed with an urban legend poem. That was badass.
Yeah.
yeah,
y-
absolutely.
Yeah.
And Jack says very wise poem that was great. And it was very wise. And that's the thing about all your stuff, man, is like it's always has some very like it's deep, and it makes me think about not just about myself but the world around me and the people around me, and it is wise. It gives me some insight, into the world. And yeah, man, just that's fucking great. I love your fucking work, man.
Yeah.
That's
Because what literally gets me, as I was telling my girlfriend today, you know, I have people who are so religious, and I remember one of the most famous line I've keep being told, which I said, do not judge unless you be judged. Yet they are the ones who always judging you, but you're supposed not to judge them.
Yeah.
It's yeah, no, I do I know that line. It's actually don't judge lest thee be judged, right,
Yeah.
Brandon? Don't don't I don't know. And it's there's also a line about that those who cast the those who cast the first stone or something like
No.
that.
Yeah, it says, "He who is without sin cast the first stone."
Yes, yes, he is who without sin cast the first stone. Yeah, um, yeah, no, and that's the thing too is and I often talk about how like religion and stories are meant to bring us wisdom and teach us lessons and stuff about the world and I really think that your your work does that better than a lot, better than most, and I think that your work is something that's
Mm-hmm.
always it's always going to be relevant because it's always going to make you think. It's never going to be like untopical or whatever because the things you write about are always going to be a problem and they're always going to be something that we're working to get better at, and you just give us a little bit of the tools to help us work on bettering ourselves while you work on bettering yourself, and
Mm-hmm.
uh, that's just the best thing about art and about your art in particular, man. So
Mm-hmm.
thank you.
Because I was literally told, "Oh, you always write so dark." Excuse me. Um, Thank you, because my glitter of darkness always shines in the world. Because I don't want to be blinded by BS.
Yeah,
Hi,
absolutely, man.
haters.
Absolutely, and I say the same thing many times, and is I've said it multiple times too. Is like people say, "Oh, why don't you write something happy or whatever?" I had this one line in this piece where I was like, where they're like, "Why didn't you write something happy? Write about goals that you have and write about making them happen, right?" And my reply to that is always, and I have another line where I said in Speaking of Demons, where I was like, "They don't want to see happy. They want all the scars. They want you to show them the cracks in your heart." Like, they don't what do you don't really fucking you don't really want to hear about me writing about puppies and unicorns, right? You want to hear
Mm,
about the dark fucked up shit. That's the shit that makes good content, that makes good fucking poetry because you're pouring your emotion into it because you have a lot of passion for it. And
mm,
yeah, I make funny poems. There's a few funny poems that I have like that suicide poem, and I know that for those
yeah.
of you who don't know what I'm talking about, yes, I have a comedy. I have a suicide poem that's supposed to. Brandon puts up the trigger warning. I have a comedy piece that is about suicide, and you just have to hear it to understand it. But yeah, I mean, and even that is on the darker side and has darker themes, but it's still like, you know, upbeat in a sense. And that's the thing is don't let anybody ever tell you like not to stop writing about dark stuff. Oh, it's always can't you fucking blah blah blah. It's like no, this is my therapy.
Mhm.
You don't like it, don't listen.
No,
And yeah.
no, because what happened is people only want to be yourself unless it make them look good. Because if you bring yourself, make them look bad, don't be yourself. New quote.
New quote. Write it down, Brandon. That's your new job. Writing down quotes. We're getting it. I'll tell you. Over at the Lost Boys studio, we were working this man to death, day in and day out. He is slaving away in the office. I've got this man locked away in a cubicle. Okay, this is a this is a fucking metal warehouse. This is not my house. This is a metal warehouse. I have him locked away in a cubicle when he's working and in a cage when he's not. And I feed him pieces of bread and like fucking crackers, and occasionally I'll give him some grape juice if he's being good. But
Oh wait,
we
wait,
keep.
wait.
But this
It's
is.
different.
But Brandon.
Um,
Brendan's our little like creature. He hasn't seen daylight in like what is it, Brendan? 279 days or something. Yeah, Brendan hasn't seen daylight in.
uh,
in
no, no,
364
wait.
days of
So that's why he's not on
civilization.
camera because he'll be giving that warning
yeah, and
sign.
I always got to. Well, yeah, that's why I always got to keep him muted because you'd hear the clanking of the chains. Because I have him right when every time he moves around, you hear the clanking of the chains because I have to keep him cuffed up, or he'll try to run. Every I've tried to let him walk around every time. He tries to run and I have to fucking grab him and beat him with a fucking cow whip again. I have to fucking break out the cattle prod and just and it's his fault. He makes me do this. All right. If
Oh my!
you would just run the show the way I say and click on things when I tell him to. All right, he wouldn't get hit with the cattle prod so much. This is a fucking make no mistake. Lostboys is a totalitarian regime.
Oh wait, so it's basically the new USA. Wait. So are you the new Agent Orange?
Oh God, oh God, I hope not. God, I hope not. Oh fuck. Oh. That's the new narrative. That's the new narrative where we're going with.
Oh wait, that just reminds me of
And
the
Brandon said,
old
"Nothing, you idiots. Brandon's dead. He's locked in my basement."
no, but who I remember in the old SNL when they used to do the weekly news part. One of the anchors, his ending line was, "And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it." I think it
Damn
was
right. There's a
Quinn.
song. There's a song about that. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Fucking, you know what? That's it. That's sometimes you just gotta take what you know, just take a story and just fucking run with it, man. Because that's what
Oh,
we're going with from now on. Brendan, Brendan's trying to get his fucking cuffs off. I might have to stop the show. Hang on. Stop biting at him. You fucking bite on his cuffs more than Mike Tyson bites on his gloves.
wait. Dylan, just send into Mushroom Mountain.
I've been to Mushroom Mountain. Counting. Oh man, yeah, no, he's. I'm telling you, he bites on his cuffs more than Mike Tyson bites on his gloves. For sure. Oh,
I
I
didn't
don't.
know.
We don't even. I don't even want to get into it. I don't even want to know. I don't. I don't want to. I don't want to say anything about it
Oh,
because it's
yeah,
just gonna.
yeah. I didn't even watch it because when I got back, I was so tired. I
I.
so and I didn't even realize it
It
was
just
last.
wasn't. It just wasn't what I was expecting at all. Like even, and I'm not even talking about Tyson losing. Okay, I
Oh
wasn't.
wait,
It's not even.
but he still
Maybe
got 20 million.
if it went beyond round three, Tyson was always going to lose because he's older and is going to lose the stamina. If it goes beyond round three, Tyson was going to lose. I already knew that. It wasn't him losing. It's how he lost. He barely threw any fucking punches. He barely threw any fucking punches. He sat there and bit his fucking glove the whole time and kept his
Um,
hand up by his face and just bit his glove the whole time. He barely threw any punches, which is disappointing. Either one, he it's sad on two fronts because or one or the other because either on one hand he literally didn't have the energy to throw punches, which just just feels unlikely to me that he didn't have like he there were so many times Jake left himself open where he could have just boop uppercut or just came in with that right hook or left hook and just wiped him out, but he didn't. He kept it fucking close. And so now one of two things happen. Either he really is so old and is ill and physically shouldn't have even been there. That's the case. He's so old that he couldn't even put up a fight. Now, don't get me wrong, he was dodging everything. Jake could barely fucking touch him. As far as like the first 4 rounds, Jake could barely fucking touch him. It's the later rounds when he started running out of stamina. But as far as fighting back, going on offense, he was playing defense the entire fucking time. He was playing defense the entire motherfucking time. And
Oh,
It's
it was
because the
just like,
contract was more
so he,
so the longer the fight went, the more money Tyson got.
so
And I'm
yeah,
sorry.
so either he threw the fight on purpose or he didn't punch because he physically couldn't, and which I don't believe.
no,
I'm sure he
I'm
So
gonna
did.
quote. I'm gonna
my
quote Agent
only, my
Orange.
only, and I hate to say this, and everybody's gonna fucking attack me, but my only logical explanation is that Tyson threw the fight.
Uh,
It would
no,
be one thing if he was fighting back and he just got fucking beat the shit
yeah,
out of,
no,
but he
no.
didn't fight at all.
I said I'm going to say it like Agent Orange. It was rigged.
Right.
Yeah, I don't see. Here's the thing, and that's an interesting point you make about the longer the fight ran. Maybe he just did it for himself. Maybe nobody told him to throw the fight. Maybe he just decided to throw it himself. But I believe that he threw that fight, man,
uh,
because he
no,
didn't
but
swing. He didn't. He
no,
barely tap. At the times that he swung were just like little taps, little jabs, like barely fucking tapping Jake, just playing with him. Basically, he was just playing with him and not even going on the offense. It was. Oh, that's the old. What?
yeah.
Get your shit
That's
Uh,
like
together over there,
15 minutes
Brandon.
ago.
you
Do we
But
see,
gotta
yeah,
pull out the cattle prod?
Brandon, that's what you get when you trying to break the chain.
no, it's I had to get reinforced carbon titanium, carbon plated titanium, because the steel ones just weren't working. He was just ripping right through the steel ones because when I have him locked up, he does nothing but push ups all day. So he's gotten pretty beefy. So he can just rip those fucking chains like nobody's business. So I had to get the titanium carbon
Dude,
plated ones.
no, dude, just go down to Wakanda. You'll get some vibranium.
There we go. That's how to really fucking lock them up.
When are we
Yeah.
doing X pieces?
That would be right now. So I'm glad you asked me because that's what I was getting to next. And that would be. So do you need a minute?
No, I have them. I just wanted to make sure, like,
You're
yeah, I go
doing
first because I have chapter 10, right?
so. There's 10, 12, and 13, correct?
No, 10, 11, 12. He sent me 11, 12.
10, 11, and
Am
12.
I crackling?
Yes, you're crackling.
Fuck.
Oh man, you're really making me
Hold
want some
on.
Rice Krispies right now. Dude, I really
No,
want this. I
it's
really want some Rice Krispies
Nathan.
right now. Some cocoa Rice Krispies. Oh,
No,
that's fucking smack.
I told you I got the Doritos.
Oh yeah, you got the Doritos. You got the Doritos. She's got the Rice
Fuck.
Krispies. I didn't fucking bring anything. I brought the weed.
Okay. I'm gonna try this one more time.
Wait. Why
Every
do you
time I
want
go
to
into
weed?
Gmail, I start
Where's
crackling.
the whiskey?
So when you change your thing, it starts crackling. Now, was I crackling when I was reading my piece?
No.
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 Am
Hey,
I good now?
G. Yes, yes, and then it crackles. I said yes, and then it
Maybe.
crackled. So no,
Uh,
Shannon. So Shannon, everybody, thank you, Shannon, for tuning in. Uh, that's that's G Coffee, Shannon. So thank you for tuning in and commenting. All right, so hmm, you have one
I'm gonna
device.
mute, take a screenshot, and see if it.
You have one device and one way to read it. Only one device and only one way to read it. So yeah, try the screenshot thing, I guess.
Um, but what kind of phone? Doesn't it have split screen? Okay.
No.
I'm not hearing you, Dylan, and it's crackling.
Oh, yeah, hold on. All right. So, oh no, go into your email and find the ones that he sent you, and
Yeah, I have it
yeah,
set up already.
so it's not. So it's you're already ready. All right.
Yeah.
So let's see skedaddle. See, she'll she'll figure it out. Um. Well. All right. While we are waiting for her to figure that out, I am just going to put this up because I had this thing. I did. I thought I had this thing. This is even worse than if I had the fucking thing. This is horrible. I I'm
Mother
fucking.
fuck
Oh, here.
me.
Wait. I got it. Hold on. Fuck. Where is it? Shit.
I'm gonna see if my computer
It
has
was this
any
thing that I
charge,
had all
but
prepared to put up whenever we had like whenever we had like a freaking technical difficulties thing, and now I can't even fucking find it.
my computer has battery.
Wah,
We're good. I can get on my Gmail and
wah, wah, wah. Okay. Well,
come on.
ladies and gentlemen, enjoy this for a brief moment, I guess.
Am I still crackling?
No, you're sounding okay.
I'm gonna try.
Pause the music. Go ahead and talk. All right. Can you? Are you able to read? Do you have it pulled up in front of you right now? All right. Cool. All right. That that thing kind of worked, didn't it, Brandon? Did that look cool? All right. You can take that banner down now, and that actually worked pretty good. I hope you guys enjoyed that do music. Um, and that being said, we are gonna have Skedaddle read chapter 10 of Brandon Pyromancer's Destiny, please. This is Jaskarot or Jack. Um, let me just actually read his introduction real quick, even though he's not here, because we were supposed to have him on, and the platform is just not supporting his computer right now. But let me tell you about Jack. Um, and I'll even play his flyer for you, because I had him all up here. I had it prepared. But Jack, or Jasker, he's from Lithuania, which is I believe probably why he's having issues right now joining us. But he's from Lithuania, and normally he tunes in here at 4:30 his time, which is crazy dedication. So I just got to give him props for his crazy dedication. But one of my favorite authors that I've had on the show, and one of my favorite fantasy stories that I've heard. It's really fucking good so far. And he's started at chapter 1 when he first started coming on, and just read on from there. And I'm very invested in this story. So um, you can follow him on Facebook at Jack Michelangelo Michelangelo, like the fucking Ninja Turtle. I can't even say it. Jack Michelangelo, um, Pet Cat Pet Pet Cavit Petcaviches. I'm like 90% sure I said that right. Um, and you can follow him on Instagram at Jaskerot, and that is spelled JASQUEROTTE. And he also has a website called www.buymeacoffee.com/Jaskerot. So make sure you guys go check him out. And real quick, here is his flyer. Oh, there's his flyer. All right. So now Skedaddle is going to read chapter 10 of Pyromancer's Destiny. Good luck. You are muted, though.
Apologize if I fuck it up. And thanks for the
All
luck. I
right.
need it.
Good luck. I will mute myself here.
Chapter 10: A Friend Part 2. As Jask rides the carriage, he feels like the city is more pale and bleak than usual. People seem more predictable in their movements. Man, being in that forest really changed me, didn't it? He thought. He wondered if he gave Adeline good enough directions to his aunt's house. Adeline walks around, fascinated by the city. She visits Radana from time to time, but the architecture of the mansions catches her eyes each time. The cobblestone road leads her to her Auntie Dora's house, surprisingly quickly as she lives right next to the giant wall, but still has the entrance on the main road, King Ramon Way. Wrong way. What am I talking? The house is tall and slim with a tiled roof, also tall and slim. The newer parts of the house are wooden, but all the older parts are made of smooth beige stone, worn by hundreds of years of wind and rain. The entrance of the house is as inviting as it gets, with a small roof over the door having a lantern hang off of it. There is a decorated wooden plaque to the left of the door. It reads, King Ramon W3, the same address as Jask gave her. She knocks on the door and hears a joyful voice, singing out, "One moment!" The door opens, and Adeline sees a chubby woman who looks like she just woke up from a nap and drank 3 cups of coffee at the same time. Her hair a mess of silver and gray ginger. Her smile as friendly as they come. "Oh, hello, little mushroom girl. What are you doing here? Come in, I'll bring out the special guest tea." Adeline, being a big fan of tea, walks in with a goofy, excited smile. Auntie Doris keeps talking to the girl as if she was her old friend, only letting her say her name and cutting her off to talk more about plants and local city drama. When she slows down, she realizes the girl hasn't said much yet. "So, Adeline, why'd you come to visit me?" "Well, Auntie, Jask told me to go here because he had some business with the Queen and didn't want me there." Auntie Doris's smile fades and she puts her cup of rose caraway tea down. She looks at the cup and ponders. He ran away. Huh? He ran away of shame after he failed his mission. The Royal Scouts found his body in the Greater Pines. That's the end of it. I know you mean well, dearie, but I'm trying to deal with the pain. Auntie Doris looks through her window thoughtfully. The view of the window is mostly blocked by the giant wall, leaving some light at the top and some desperate vines connecting the wall to the frame of the window. A long silence crawls past and Adeline speaks up. She knows what she saw and she knows what the flaming man called himself. After some convincing, Auntie Doris burst into tears. She didn't know whether they were tears of joy, hope, or just a breaking point due to grief. But she accepted to play along. At least as long as Adeline was here. So you said he's a demon now? No, Auntie Doris. Please, he was wearing a big suit of armor, but the armor was like broken. Auntie Doris rubs her face with her hand, trying to understand. So he fixed his armor using fire powers? I know the boy mastered the spitting fireplace fairly quickly, but he wouldn't know how to melt metal. He does now. Artets. I'm going to botch this, I am sorry. Artetzian taught him. The name makes a shiver go down Auntie Doris's spine, but she didn't know why. Who? She said with wide eyes. Artesian, my teacher. He knows all the magic and he has the green eyes that burn everything. And he can aim his finger at the greater pines and make the pine cones fall with these, Adeline trips over her own sentence, trying to describe what Artesian uses to get the pine cones down, but Auntie Doris interrupts her. What, pine cones? You've seen them? Yes, Auntie. Adeline swishes her pouch in front of her and opens it up. The magically enhanced bag was full of survival equipment. Books, frogs, mushrooms, and a tree stump. She pushed the items around as she fished out 2 golden pine cones from the bottom. She was so accustomed to seeing them that she didn't even see Auntie Doris's jaw drop when she pulled them out and put one on the table with a big smile. That one's for you. Do you know how expensive these are? Auntie Doris said, her jaw still practically touching the floor. They chat for a while longer until they see the Queen walking past the window with an army of blurred waves following her. Adeline really realized that she had to figure out what was going on. The Queen looked more stern than before, not reacting to any comments and whispers by the citizens looking out their windows. They both knew this had to be Jask. Tell him there's a plague coming and a war. I can feel it in my joints. With the Artons? Yes, dearie. I'm scared of the war. It gives me the heebles, Adeline says, holding on her own shoulders. Oh, dearie, what am I going on about? Scaring little girls. Everything will be all right. Don't you worry your pretty little head, says Auntie Doris, touching the girl's mushroom hat with an inviting smile. Adeline smiles back, but a tear still rolls down her cheek. They hug, and Adeline goes after the Queen. And that's chapter 10.
It is Artetasin. Artetasin. Artetasin is how he is pronounced it in the past. It took me a minute to remember, and I didn't want to like interrupt you while you were reading either. But yeah, it's Artetasin.
Okay.
But yeah, you first of all, you did fucking fantastic. You did great at fucking reading that. Second of all, Jack, my man, fucking as always, fantastic, and I'm just more and more like just hooked into this book, man. I'm really really hooked, and I really want to see where this story's going because it's okay. So one comment, if you want to pull it up, Brandon.
Thank you, Jack, and no problem.
I tried to mute
I'm
myself.
on it for you.
Anyway, one comment that Jack had yeah, there we go. He had wanted to say when he came on that the reason he wanted to present these 3 chapters tonight is these are the last 3 chapters in the book before things like really go off the rails. These are the last really normal chapters. I don't exactly know what he means by that, but I'm really really excited to see because this has already been crazy. This is a story that started with a man's bones getting pulled out of his body, all of the bones in this man's body getting ripped out, and then him entrapped in a metal cage and granted fucking fire powers, and then meeting a little girl and being like responsible for a little girl, and then fucking getting, and then the main character fucking died in like chapter 4. He like killed off the main character in chapter 4. Now I'm assuming the main character, you know, there's more, there's a lot more than it meets the eye with both the main character Artidison. By the way, it doesn't say it in that chapter, but Artidison is the one who pulled all the bones out of his body, the main character's body, and gave him the fire powers through this dark ritual, which is what you find out in chapter 1. That was chapter 1 of the fucking book when he first came on. And that's apparently that's the normal stuff. That's the low key stuff. And apparently he says compared to that, what comes later, compared to what comes later, that was nothing. He says in the comments, which is absolutely insane because you pulled all the bones out of a man's body, you trapped him in a metal cage, you gave him fire powers, and then you chopped off his fucking head. And then didn't yeah, and he came back and didn't he have a he had a fight. They had like a rooftop battle or something against the princess with ice powers. Fuck, I can't remember her name. She's not a wait, no, she's not a princess. She's fuck, I wish I had him on here. This is why we need him on here. But he had a fucking now I'm trying to remember because literally it was the last time he came on. It was the last chapter he did where there was this fucking huge battle between ice and fire with this fucking chick who had ice power, this like princess queen or whatever who had ice powers, and the main character who has fire powers, and they just fucking like duked it out and fucked each other up, and it was crazy. He battled
Cassandra.
Cassetta, Cassenta,
Cassandra.
Cassenta. He battled Cassenta. They got drawn in by the they got okay yeah, they got drawn in by the circus. But yeah, it just I mean so far what's already happened has just been epic and fucking mind blowing. So if he's saying that this is the last, like, we better fucking hold on because this shit's about to get real Game of Thrones real fucking quick. Yeah, man, it's already real Game of fucking Thrones. It just as far as just the visceral fucking it's so visceral. I mean, like I said, the first couple pages of the first chapter is a man getting all the bones pulled out of his fucking skin or out of his body. So, Jess got another comment here. The queen, Cassandra captured the main character, Jas. I can't I can't pronounce his fucking name. Yeah, it's like he. No, I've
Yeah,
heard him.
yeah,
I've heard him say. Yeah, but I feel like I don't know. Maybe it's just his accent. I feel like there's more to that pronunciation. Jas. Ja, I feel like I've heard him say it before. I feel like there's more to the fucking pronunciation, and I'm not doing it right. But anyway, the main character, Cassandra captured Jask for kidnapping her, and the two criminals running it, which is where we are now. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. Um, it's funny that I have a easier time remembering, like, it's like it takes them a while to like download in my database, right? Like I remember past episodes he's done, but then I have a hard time remember the exact last one that he did and what happened in the last chapter he did, because I remember this happened to me last time too. Those names are confusing. Pronounce whichever way you feel like. All right, well, cool. I appreciate that. That makes it easier for me, especially since I'm dyslexic. Oh shit, we don't even have Uno's talking, but we don't have him on screen.
Yeah. No. I want to try something because he sent the pronunciation in the chat earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
Jasket.
If you,
Okay.
yeah.
Jasket. Yeah. See, I knew there was more to like the. It's we were
Wait, what is?
close. We were pronouncing it like Americans, um, and it's not supposed to be. Yeah. Um, it's. I am horrible at that kind of stuff, though. Even when it comes to like
Me too.
pronouncing his own last name, which I think I got right this time. Let me know in the comments if I got your last name right. Petkavich's. Um, I think I got that right this time. And but I'm horrible at pronouncing names. Even like people that I know, and I've pronounced their last name or the name of their website or whatever the fuck a billion times. I'm still horrible. And it's partly because I'm dyslexic and I'm trying to read it and whatnot. But yeah, I'm just horrible at pronunciation and stuff. So I appreciate that. But anyway, man, yeah, great piece, fucking or great chapter of the larger piece, the story. Just again draws me further and further in as you write it. Um, but skedaddle, by all means, you were the one to read it. You give your feedback first.
It's fucking awesome. I love. I was almost reading it as like, call me a fucking nerd. I was almost reading it as like a fantasy anime. The little mushroom girl, like I could see
Yeah,
her
it
eyes
is. It's
glowing, kicking her
oh,
feet.
it's most definitely a fantasy. Oh, sorry, the comments keep coming in. It's he said it's fine. Like I said, pronounce however you want. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, it is definitely like a fantasy epic, and I can see it being like an epic, like something like Lord of the Rings or
Mm.
Wheel of Time, or one of those big ones. And yeah, it's got enormous potential. Um,
No, but
Yeah, I agree.
because when I heard you, Dylan, recapping about how he was, the bones came out and put in the cage, I literally had a Deadpool Wolverine moment thinking about Chris Evans coming back as Captain America and when it actually happened.
oh my god, oh my god. But okay, did you watch? So you watched that scene where where Deadpool tells Cassandra Nova all the fucking horrible shit that he said, and we're thinking the whole movie they didn't actually say this shit. But did you watch the post credit scene? Because the
Yes,
post credit scene is Chris Evans just fucking just every
saying
swear
exactly.
imaginable, just saying everything that Deadpool said that he said. And you can quote me, and you can quote me on that.
And,
And
and,
oh my
and
fucking
I
god,
don't,
dude,
yeah, and
it
I
was
don't care.
hilarious because for the last 10 years he's been Captain America, and he's the guy who goes language. He
Hmm.
tells the other Avengers to watch their language, but he wasn't playing Captain America. He was fucking Johnny
Johnny
Storm
Storm.
again. He was Johnny Storm again, the fucking Human Torch, and it was fucking amazing. And yeah, it did remind me because she did literally just no, she pulled the skin off his bones, didn't she? And then she something like that. She pulled something for somewhere it wasn't supposed to be. Jack says, except my character's metal bones are on the outside. So he has bones, but like they're metal bones, and they're on the outside instead of the inside. As opposed to it's like Wolverine, but flipped.
And opposite.
He's got the metal skeleton on the outside. I like that. That's cool. That's cool. Reverse Wolverine.
I know there is another sci-fi
Reverse. He's
character.
like reverse Wolverine mixed with the Human Torch.
Yeah, no, but I'm thinking I know there's an old movie with a character similar to that. But it's just not coming to mind. And or something like a Terminator. How the Terminators were like the metal,
Yeah,
and
like that.
then,
Yeah, like that.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The way I picture it is more like a fucking um, like almost like the way I picture it is almost. And now I don't know. See, and now, this is the great thing about stories. Um, is you can kind of, it's all in the like eye of the beholder, right? You're the reader. Everybody pictures things a different way. Even if I say red elephant in a green field, you picture that green field and that red elephant a little bit different than the other person does,
Mm-hmm.
right? So when I picture it, I picture almost like a torture cage kind of situation, but like I'm currently on Google. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is exactly what I was picturing. Okay. So here I'm gonna show you guys what I picture in my mind just because of the nature of the ritual and it felt so like torturous. It just felt like to continue to have this power, he had to continue to be like that, but with like spikes that like something like that.
We
I don't know
can't
if you
see
guys hold on. Oh, you can't see it. All right, hold
Oh,
on, and we'll make
oh.
that okay. So something like that is kind of what I was picturing, or but something more spiky, almost that just has like those things where you like you get in them, but they have the spikes pointing inward, like a fucking
the Iron
saw
Maiden.
contraption. Like the fucking yeah, kind of like the Iron Maiden, but like where you can see through it. So like I was picturing a mixture of the Iron Maiden and the thing that I just showed you.
Mm.
Uh, you know what I mean? So wait, what is? I'm glad you said that because I didn't even remember what the fuck that thing was called.
Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pictured a. Oh, of course, it's just gonna come up with the fucking band Iron Maiden.
Mm-hmm.
Do I really have to type in torture device and get the
Yeah.
FBI called to
Mm-hmm.
my? Okay. Oh my god, that is literally exactly what I fucking imagined. Right here, right
Mm-hmm.
here. This
Ooh.
this fucking thing. Like I pictured like this kind of thing, but with like spikes, like kind of or some kind of hooks, like hooking into the flesh,
Well,
so that it
well,
stays.
how about if you add on spiked into your search, see if it comes up with it.
Uh, well, hold on. What is this thing? Cage, caged. Okay, hold on. Spiked torture cage. I don't know.
Yeah.
Pretty.
Tessa comes out and she's like, "This episode took a dark turn." We're just looking up
Well,
spiked
well,
torture cage.
Oh,
welcome to
oh,
our
oh,
dark
I love this.
side.
Oh, I love.
Tessa, don't sound. You're gonna sound
No, no,
psychotic
no,
on.
go.
We're gonna.
They're these thingies.
Yeah, the
You
Iron
throw them,
Maiden.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Throw
know.
them in there.
I know. We were
And you
just
close them
discussing,
and they
but
pop off.
we were talking about Jaskarat's character, which is it messes me up because his character's name is so similar to his name.
Where's it? This one.
So it's how is it again? How is it pronounced? His character's name pronounced again?
Just
Ja, no.
let me get back the audio.
Yeah, get the pronunciation up again, I guess. But yeah, like
Iron Maiden.
no, what I was picturing. So Jack's story where he's got a pyromancer who's like locked inside a metal cage, and he has no human bones, but his metal bones like are on the outside, and that's the metal cage that like holds him upright, and he's
Mm-hmm.
just like he's gelatin inside of this metal cage,
Mm-hmm.
but he can use his fire powers to like interact with the world around him and stuff like that.
You know what that did?
Okay, let me play
I don't want to know what that did.
They used
the audio
to
again.
Tessa,
They
Tessa,
used to crank it.
Tessa. All right, thank
You're
you.
welcome.
This is kind of what I picture, like for the like headpiece, almost if for his character. And then I know we're spending quite a lot of time on this. I'm just like a nerd, and even when I'm listening to like an audiobook or reading a book, I kind of like I do the same thing. I go on YouTube and I'm like,
Yeah,
or I go on you or not YouTube, but I go on Google and I'm like try to find something that kind of looks like it just because I'm interested. But that's kind of what I picture is like a metal skeleton, like just like that. That kind of holds his meat in place. Don't.
Hold it.
I know you're a teenager. I know you're a teenager, and you were gonna. Yeah, you were.
I was not.
I saw your face.
Oh my gosh. Hey.
I saw it. All right. Anyway, Jack, let us know if that is close to what you picture in your mind, or if I'm completely off. All right, he's got a comment for us. Hang on. He's got a comment. The comment says, yes, but there's more metal mass. Also, there was a chapter where Adeline, however you want to pronounce it, said it looked horrifying. So Jask molded it to look smooth. Oh, I do remember that. Okay, so yeah, there was a scene where, because that's why I remember it being like gruesome and torturous, kind of, is because he had described it as so until another character made a comment that it looked, grotesque, and then he fixed it and made it look more smooth, and now it's more like like a Silver Surfer kind of deal. I don't know if you know Silver Surfer, but more like just or like a Colossus, kind of more like completely coated in metal. Just, or can you still see bits of like meat hanging out? Or I gotta find another word. I know, Brandon. Thanks. You're a fucking.
Use the word.
She's 15. You're 29. You need to get it the fuck together, bro. Don't make me shock you with the fucking cattle prod again.
Wait.
Tighten your chains.
No, you need to get him in an Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's the next thing. Did you hear my whole rant about how I finally told the people the truth.
What?
That I keep Brandon locked in a cage when he's not working, and then I work him for at least like 18 hours a day.
No, it's more. It's like,
I try to cut him a break and give him at least like an hour.
23 hours a day.
20.
Don't lie.
All right.
Don't lie.
All right, 22,
No,
and then I told him about the cubicle that I keep him locked in, but you better behave yourself, dude. I'm gonna have to fucking break out that cattle prod. But anyway, I'm gonna have to lock you in a fucking metal cage and suck all the bones out of your body. But I'm not gonna give you the fucking fire powers. I'm just gonna leave you like that. I'm just gonna leave you as a muscle. There's a fucking just a big hunk of meat inside of a metal cage.
No,
I'll leave you the use of your fingers and your eyes so you can still run the show. Totalitarian regime, people.
No. Now that reminds me of the episode of Family Guy where Peter Griffin had his bone sucked out and he was just one big blob.
Yeah. Oh my god. Well, anyway, that was a great chapter, and I'm continually absorbed into this. I'm trying to be serious, but my fucking 15-year-old sister is doing some type of TikTok dance right next to me. It's distracting as hell. What the fuck is that? What do you don't. All right. I'm not even gonna dignify this by showing you guys because it's undignified. Now she's flossing. All right.
Wait.
Now she's doing the Chris Brown. All right. Okay.
Wait,
well,
is she trying to get in the 2019 Katy Perry music video?
More like 2012 Miley Cyrus.
I should have danced to that if you remember.
I don't want to remember. I don't. Okay.
Wait. So in other words,
anyway, if my sister is done acting like a complete fucking goofball, she was gonna read a piece for us if she was ready. Are you ready, or are you just gonna act like a freaking crackhead? All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage. I'm gonna mute you guys.
Wonderful Tessa.
I'm the fucking host. Let me do it. All right. Now, well, please welcome. Get the fuck out of here. Please welcome to the stage. Jessa!
Get out of here.
That was not worth. Let me tell you. Let me be the first. I know, but let me be the first to say that was not the wait was not worth the payoff.
No, it was not.
So you guys don't have to say it in the comments. I know it was not worth the payoff. All right, now I'm gonna give the captain's chair to the not co-captain, more like who's the guy who scrubs the deck and then changes the latrines?
Get out of here. Oh my god. Why do you sit like this? My ass just fell.
Because I'm a king among men, okay?
My ass just fell back into the seat.
Because I'm a king among men, and king among men need.
Dude, your seat made me fall backwards.
It made you do the Fat Joe and lean back.
Yeah. All right. There's two titles. It could be Yup 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 Ducky or The Stump. Okay. Let's see. Sorry, this is very uninteresting right this second. Just get my computer set up. All right.
Quality content.
Quality content, people. Okay. Once upon a time, there was a stump that once was a part of a forest. Oh, sorry. Once upon a time, there was a stump that was once a tree that was once part of a forest. This was no ordinary forest. Indeed, it was an enchanted forest full of sprites, pixies, and fairies, and all other kinds of wonderful magical creatures. Every blood moon, the creatures in the forest joined together to help harvest the seeds from the magical tree and plant them so the forest can keep growing. One harvest day, when the protector pixies had gone to help the collector sprites and the garden fairies with the harvest, an army of poisonous hairless rats snuck into the forest, climbed the trees, and sunk their venomous fangs into the branches. Over the course of the next fortnight, the trees died one by one until only one was left standing, the mother tree. Oh. But even that would not stand long. The queen and the enchanted council came up with a very dangerous plan to help save the mother tree from the poison flowing through it. They would seek the help of a very old friend, the blind woodsman. With his magical his magical axe, they summoned him to chop the mother tree down to stop the poison from spreading to its roots. Throughout the war between the rats and the fairies went on. The rats always trying to steal or destroy the last of the magic in the forest. Over the years, many fairies, sprites, and pixies gave their lives defending their home. Generations later, the stump is now home to the last fairy family who protected the last of the true nature magic and hopes that one day they can regrow the forest back to what it once was. How do I do?
I know all that.
Really? Thank you.
You could have just clicked it yourself.
I know.
That was great, Tess.
Thanks.
I love. That's one of my favorite.
I know.
That's one of my
Opening
favorites
line.
that you write.
The opening line to that is your favorite. Okay, how to pull these people
That's
up.
one of my favorite lines ever. There once was a Trump. There once was a tree. There once was a forest.
But it was no ordinary forest, indeed. How do I?
And that was so classical, like just
How
classic fairy tale.
Help me bring them up. I don't know how to do it.
Okay.
Or do you want me to read my next one, or do you want them to pull?
No, hold on. Well, real quick, but I was saying something there. That was so classical fairy tale, and the sense of like just like. Remember we used to read those Grimm fairy tales together?
Yeah.
And I was like trying to show you like basic story structure and how the Grimm fairy tales had the best. It was the best way to teach a kid how to learn basic story structure. that I could think of at the time. And I think she wrote this like shortly after. Like, no, this was a couple of years.
This was before.
Was that before?
Yeah, this was before.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Hmm.
Positive.
Well, either way, it has a very grim fairy tale, like old timey folklore vibe, and I love it.
No, I actually felt it felt like Avatar storyline.
I've never seen Avatar. Well, I've seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, but not the blue ones
No,
or the green ones.
it's blue.
It's blue. I thought there were some green ones.
No, it's
There's
blue.
no-
I'm
Because
disappointed
there
in you.
was in the first movie it was they were the land ones. Then the second one, when the humans attacked them, if they went to water.
That makes sense.
So
Those movies were visually impressive, but I didn't really like the story.
I
much.
watch movies to be visually impressed. I'm not. I don't really care about storyline.
No, I want the fucking story. Give me the fucking. Save the vegetables. Give me the meat and potatoes, bro. Don't fucking. Anyway.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, I really.
But
I
I'm
love
gonna
that.
I'm gonna have to hop off soon because my phone's at 10 and it's not charging.
Oh,
no.
all right. Well, do you have time to let her read, and then we will show off your art piece, and then you can go, or do you think you?
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
one's only 100 words, so.
Yeah, that's a paragraph. All right.
All right.
Hold on. Click on that.
And then mute
That's how you remove them, and that's how you bring them back up.
All right.
Okay.
How do I mute them?
Yeah, that's how you mute them.
Okay.
So they can mute
Okay,
themselves.
there you go.
They're good.
All right. Don't unmute. That was an accident. All right. This is the one I wrote in 5th grade, and I won an award for it, and I got put in a book. Yippee.
I remember that.
He helped me with it. My name is Era Levine. Most people call me the Lady in White. I died on October 31st, 1967, aboard the Queen Mary on its last voyage ever. The years I've been dead have been some of the craziest years of my life, but the most terrible night of them all was on Halloween 2033. I saw an explosion go off in the engine room. The ship I call home lit up like a jack-o'-lantern. The guests couldn't hear me no matter how loud I screamed to warn them of the fire. At least I won't be lonely anymore.
Oh, that last line is just that's a killer. At least I won't be lonely anymore. So she tell him the story. Tell him the story. Yeah, won't let me talk.
Oh.
Tell him why you wrote that piece, where the inspiration came from.
I got goose. I always get goosebumps reading this book. Or
yeah, so the assignment was
paragraph.
Start with the assignment and then tell him where then go to the inspiration. So what was the
Shh.
All right.
Shh. So the assignment was you had to write a horror / scary story in under 100 words. Or up to 100 words. And so I'm not good at writing, so I came home and I talked to Dylan and I was like, well, what are we gonna do? So
you're fine at writing, you're not good at being confident.
I'm not. Shut up. No. Anywho. Sorry, I just blanked. So the inspiration at the time was I was really into like Queen Mary, ghosts, and so help me out here.
What, the ship?
Yeah, well, the ship and the stuff that's all stuff I already knew, and we did.
So it was a combination of the lady, the inspiration for it was a combination between the Lady in White and the Queen. What is it called?
So there's a lady in white on the Queen Mary, and so we decided to.
They're two different stories. They're two different folklores, right? The Lady in White is a story, and then the
ghost ship, the Queen Mary.
Yeah, but it's a ship that actually went down, right?
No, that's a Titanic. The Queen Mary is still up.
The Queen Mary, right?
Yeah.
Oh, but it like.
It did not sink. It just stopped. It stopped running.
Oh, it just stopped.
Yeah.
Running. Oh, so so that part was like writers. Help me out. What's the word? What is the fucking word?
Anywho,
Writer's prerogative, where you just embellish and make history. I can't come
well,
up.
it's not.
I can't come up with the word.
Okay,
for,
so basically, it's referring to the past, and then you have a time jump to the future where it
Right, and so
basically
it's like
blew up.
It's like an alternate reality of
Right.
something that could have happened,
And
combined with the story of the Lady in White.
right,
Yeah,
there's a lot of sightings of the Lady in White on the Queen Mary, though. So
is there?
Mhm.
I see. That's something I didn't know. See, so you mix, and I love that. Is you mixed. That's why I thought it was such a good idea. And she came up with that whole entire idea. All I did
was write it.
no, I didn't write it. You fucking wrote it. I helped you put your you told me.
I can't
exactly
put my
what you
words
wanted
on
to say,
paper.
and I
Is
helped-
what he's saying.
And this was, by the way, this was also what 4 or 5 years ago,
Long time ago.
right? 6 years ago. It was a while ago.
Yeah.
You're only 15.
Mhm.
That's you wrote this. All I did was help you figure out exactly how you wanted to word it.
Yeah,
That's
I have a
that's
problem
all
with
I
putting my
remember
thoughts
doing.
on paper.
That's all I remember doing when we created that piece. But I thought it was such a fucking awesome piece, and I was so I wanted. It was so fun to help you with it because, like, I I love when and like the Dresden Files, right? When you take old folklore and modern real life history and stuff that's going on in the real world, and you intertwine those two
With the future.
right, and the Dresden Files, which is my favorite book series, and our mom's.
Mhm.
That's why it's one of my favorites because it does that, and that's why I was like so interested when you because she brought me. She said she didn't just say I need your help with the project. I have a ghost story. She brought me a story concept. She already had the concept. She was like,
How do I put my thoughts
she
on
was
this
like,
piece of paper?
she came to me with a character and a setting. She was like, this is the ship, this is the character. How do we turn it into a story? And this is how I want it to kind of do. I want it to like blow up. I want it to be on fire, and I want her to be stuck there. And right, and she plotted this all out, and honestly, one of my favorite ghost stories that I've heard.
Thanks,
And I
Brandon.
love ghost stories. Brandon, this is what Brandon thinks. In case anyone can't hear him,
He has to use the button because his hands are chained up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly what.
But by all means, you guys can give your feedback on that story.
I think Dylan needs to get Alex one. Voice control.
Yeah, that gave me goosebumps. I loved that.
Thank
and
you.
to write that in 5th grade, that's bonkers. Where did he go?
He's right there.
I thought I heard a door open.
I am not here anymore.
Wait.
I am a
Dylan got
ghost.
and he fell
I
in.
am a ghost. All right. I'll get the fuck out of my seat.
Take it so I can get the out of your seat. This seat is horrible, by the way.
That seat is perfectly fine. You're just a pansy.
sit back, dude. My ass fell in the crack of it.
Tessa, thank you for joining us. Thank you for reading your
Happy birthday, Ono.
great stories.
Oh,
Hey,
happy
that was
birthday,
your,
Ono.
that was
I
your
keep
birthday
forgetting to
present.
say it.
I mean, unless you got this, I can go. I'm tired. I can go to bed. You can handle this. Tessa, run the rest of the show. You would probably know what to do by now.
Oh yeah.
You'd be like, all right, so what's your piece? Oh, and, all right, well, I'm gonna get myself out of here, and you know how it goes already. What's the piece? Okay, what inspired it? All right, I'm gonna drop myself out of here and let you get to it. Fucking, I
Dylan,
know.
be honest. You know it's Tessa taught you everything you know.
Dude, I sometimes when I don't mean to, but sometimes I'll be out here and I repeat the same lines every week, and either my girlfriend or my sister will come out here and they'll be mouthing them like it's the words to a song, like just like melding them while I'm saying them. Let me drop myself out of here and let you guys get to it, or I say That being said, I say that a lot. That being said, we're gonna get to this next guest here. That being said, I don't have it pulled up. So that being said, you guys are gonna have to wait a few minutes while I fucking stutter and say that to be said a couple more times and wait for this to get pulled up. But that being said, it's pulled up now, so now I'm gonna read it. Imagine this show just becomes a parody of itself. You know, it's
I wouldn't be surprised with this group of people.
my sister is over here mouthing things that I'm saying right now. She's mouthing this sentence.
Just a heads up,
Wait,
I'm at like
That's
6%.
freaky. What
wait,
are you doing? How are you doing that? It's freaky. Get out of here.
Dylan.
Dude, she's mouthing every word I'm saying. Dude, stop. All right, this is freaky. Anyway,
Dylan,
ladies and gentlemen,
blink once if you are her puppet, and this is just one of these.
she has me and Brandon chained up. Help! Help! That's why you can only see me from the neck up. I've just got the chains.
Not to cut the fun, but I'm at like 6%.
Oh fuck! I'm sorry. I totally forgot. I'm so sorry.
You're
All
okay.
right, let's bring it up. Skedaddles art piece. Oh no, I'm just gonna get you out of here for a minute. Oh no, not that
Not
one.
that one.
No, this one. What is it called?
Yeah. The Siren's Call.
The Siren's
I
Call.
low key did it in like 15 minutes so I could test out my new markers.
That's
But I
it.
didn't
Testing
have a
out your new
second.
markers.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's nice. I have to bring it to full screen mode real quick so I can see it a little better.
Ooh. Is that
It reminds me of Raven from Teen Titans. You know Raven from Teen Titans? She's even got the dot
The
thing hanging
gem. I
down.
didn't
The
mean to do
gem.
that.
The gem and her color scheme is purple. It's literally like it's like Raven's sister. What was Raven's sister?
I don't know.
Crow. All right, we don't need to.
It has spiders and moths on it.
She likes your top.
I do.
Thank you.
We don't need to turn it. We
It's
don't
got
need to turn this.
moths.
All right, thank you. Quite enough estrogen. Goodbye. Ow! All right, I deserve that. But does she have gills?
Yes, she's a fucking siren.
Oh, sorry. All right. I'm kind of stupid here. That's kind of obvious here, and I'm the stupid one. I understand that. I understand that now. Thank you for pointing out my stupidity, or allowing me to point out my stupidity. All right, so those eyelashes. Let's talk about them. They are going on. Those fucking eyelashes they're happening.
I wanted big old fucking lashes. There's this girl I follow on TikTok, and she does like old timey drawings. Like she makes like folklore drawings, but the lashes are always fucking huge, and I love the style, so I'm trying to like learn it, I guess.
I like it. The big eyes and the fucking and it looks like you are kind of trying to like branch out from like you're trying different facial structures, if you know what I mean. And I see the cheekbones there, how like you got them nice and angular. I really like that shading that makes the cheekbones nice and angular. Tessa knows more about art. Why don't you say some shit?
Hence why I came out here.
Yeah,
You're just.
I'm just blabbing. Okay, go ahead. Say some stuff about art.
I really like what you do with the eyelashes. Eyelashes are probably the hardest part for me. I can never get them to look like they're actually coming out. And
That's
not
the first
part of
thing
the
I
eye.
fucking said. So.
Pro tip, don't start from like the top and go straight up. Do kind of like a swoosh, like a Nike swoosh.
Yeah, I try doing
Start from
swooshes.
the
But
top.
they always
Swish and flick.
Like
It's when
okay,
Wingardium
I'll do it
Leviosa, not
like
Wingardium
on my arm.
Leviosa.
So like, say this is the top of the eye, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's instead of going like this, or like do more of like a elongated sort of
Okay.
deal.
Oh, okay. I also really like what you did with the eyes and the shading in the eyes. I like how it's not like white for the like shading of the eyes. The
I was trying to make it more like because underwater you don't have bright colors like that.
right, it's
So
more
I was
muted.
trying. Yeah. So
I
thank you.
like the
Appreciate
gills.
it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Like I said,
One
it
thing
was like a. Hmm?
I'm wondering if does she have normal teeth or are those bitches razors under
They
there?
gotta be racers.
They're razors. She's a
Yeah, to
siren.
shred the fish. Yeah, to shred
Fuck,
the fish
fuck
and
yeah,
humans and
fuck yeah,
human meat and
fuck
bones.
yeah, fuck
Actually, fun
yeah.
little fact. The call of the siren, a siren song,
Definitely don't
isn't
want her going down
actually
here.
like a song. They're not singing. The lore came from like when
Thought it
seamen
came
would
from
be
the
on this ocean too long and they would go crazy and then they would hear people calling for help.
right. It came from the well, not it came from, but it was first like recognized in modern or popular writing and whatnot in the Odyssey, the Homer's Odyssey, when Odysseus hears the calls of the siren, and I believe they have to tie themselves. I think he has to.
You have to tie
I
themselves.
think he
It
has to. I
happens.
think he ties himself to the ship,
It
and then
happens when they go.
they did it in
Percy
Percy Jackson.
Jackson.
Well, Percy Jackson and the Sea of Monsters is just basically a retelling of
The
like the Odyssey, like a teenager Odyssey, basically.
Well, demigods.
Yeah, no, well, obviously, but supposedly in the Percy, at least in the Percy Jackson universe, Odysseus was a demigod, but actually, isn't that no? Didn't wasn't he? Wasn't he an actual demigod in the Odyssey? What didn't we find? I can't, I'm very foggy on it, but no, I don't think he's like the god's son, but he had a lot of help from Athena.
Athena.
He had a lot of help from Athena. He Athena was like his sugar mama, kind of. Um,
But
but anyway,
what?
anyway,
I'm now
I
gonna have to hop off
all
because
right. Well, it was great having you. One more thing, I really like the water as always. You are really good at drawing water, and can see the bubbles. And just how you made them. Yeah, I know that like people noticing your little small details excites you and makes you happy. So I wanted to just point that out real quick before you
I
went.
do like the gap in
Um,
the hair.
thank you. I really appreciate it,
Watered
and I'll
down.
definitely tune in on my computer. Hmm.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It looks really good.
yeah,
Yeah.
fantastic
Thank you.
piece. But thank you for being here as always, and we will catch you
Thank you
again
for
next
having me.
time. Peace out.
Peace out. Love you guys.
Hey.
How get out of here?
How do you get out of here? There you go. That's how. All right, guys, we are going to have Uno read one of his pieces, and then we're gonna have him read the not last two, but chapter 11 and 12 of Jack's story, and then we'll get out of here. So,
Um,
without
uh,
further ado, oh, go ahead.
should we call it Jack's Odyssey then?
Jack's Odyssey. I like that. That's cool. Yeah, that's a cool alternate title for it. Jack's Odyssey. That's gonna be like my head canon from now on. Like Pyromancer's Destiny, and then in little brackets, Jack's Odyssey. Um, hell yeah. Actually, speaking of Jack, I believe we have a comment from him. Hold on. Oh, he actually commented on Tessa's stuff.
I know, I was giggling.
What was he saying? Uh,
Amazing to have done it in
uh,
15
me if
minutes.
I didn't. He said me if I didn't write horror. Me if I was. It, me if I was better at writing horror. And he said amazing. Made that in 15 minutes. Your skill always surprised me. That was to Skedaddle's siren that she made. Um, but yeah, fantastic work tonight, guys. Fantastic. So what is this second piece you got for us?
Okay, so um, name dropping again. So this artist came up
No,
with
I don't know
her.
who that is. Can you
Oh,
explain
yeah, yeah,
who is that again? Ta- Taylor Swift? Taylor
yeah,
Taylor Swift? Is that what that says? I'm,
yes,
I'm
yes,
not. I'm not familiar. I'm not familiar.
yeah. Well, this artist, her name is I think it's Taylor Swift.
Oh, I thought it was. I thought it was Taylor Swift. I was reading that wrong. My bad. But I have no idea who this Taylor Swift person is.
Yeah, yeah.
You're
Well,
gonna have to.
on her album that's called the 20th Poets Department, she has a song dedicated to Kanye West and Kim Kardashian called "Thank You, Amy."
All
So,
right.
so this piece is actually dedicated to all my past haters, inclusive
And
of um, me being a teacher. So, inclusive teachers who literally will take students and don't even see their potential or try to belittle the potential of the students. And you could go one of two ways. You could fight it and rise, or you become what they want you to become.
absolutely, absolutely. Well
So,
said, dude. You are always speaking so much wisdom. I love it, dude.
yeah, so this is like the thank you for those who wrote me off and don't even see what I'm doing. And I could just say, thank you.
Thank you. All right, I'm gonna get myself out of here and let you get to it.
Walking the lonely road, whispers screamed in my head. I became a ghost, spiked with grief. Fingers pointed, laughter sharp as blades. A symphony of scorn. My hope often faded. Teachers, peers, strangers alike wrote me off. Flick! A quick strike. Yet, in their shadows, I learned to stand tall. Each cut a break, a lesson, a call. Days when the sun felt heavy and cruel, longing for stillness, a sweet escape from life. To stop being everybody's fool. I felt it in the silence. Yes, those moments of silence, a spark would ignite. A flicker of strength, a flicker of light. Every stone hurled in disdain, I gathered them close. I embraced every pain. Each one a foundation, a part of my frame, building my skyscraper, kindling my flame. The world saw a child, frail, broken, alone, deep in my heart, cold. Resilience had grown. I reach for the sky where dreams dare to soar. With every step, I felt my ascent, finding something more. Thank you for the struggles, the trials, the tears. You forged my spirit through the fire and countless fears. Every moment, I felt like a ghost. I became a phantom of the dawn. I became my own mortal host, raising my glass. Here is to the laughter, the scorn, the pain. Thank you for the stones that were thrown, the lessons I gained. Now I stand a skyscraper, bold, proud, and free. Thank you for shaping the best part of me. Past me, thank you for whispering softly. You are meant to break through, recognizing that every jab and jeer was a chisel to my stone, sculpting my spirit, carving my whole, finding hidden strength, discovering a place in this cruel world. A world saw a child, frail, broken, alone. Deep in my heart, resilience had grown. Though time storms rejection through fires of doubt, I continue to appear a phoenix with strength and shout. Thank you for the struggles, the trials, the tears. Looking back, I see the cruel jest, truly the fire fueling me. The grit in my chest, the whispers no longer can dim my light. I am the captain of my own flight. Every step I take, build higher and higher. I let them keep throwing stones. Let them keep sneering. I shall take every stone cast. My skyscraper grows higher and higher. I rise not just for me, but for all who have been midnight torn, who felt like a shadow, a ghost silently dying. Together we will shine, we will aspire to Saturn. Thank you for the struggle. Thank you for teaching us to fly, haters.
Took me a minute there. I was listening and absorbing, and I wasn't on the right screen, and then I was like, oh shit, um,
I
shit,
told
man,
you, get Tessa back. She will do it better.
that was fucking great, dude. You know what? That deserves, and I don't think we have it up here yet, but let me give that a on me, man. That was hold on. You know what? We're gonna go in all caps this time. On me. Create.
Thank you, Jax.
Boom. That was an on me moment right there. If I ever heard one, that shit was so inspiring and so empowering. And you know, you're right. The shit that's happened to us and the people who told us that we couldn't, and all the people who kicked us when we're down are they don't matter once we rise back up. First of all, and second of all, they only make us rise up faster and stronger. And I love that you embodied that, man. That was absolutely great. Jack says amazing as always. He also said oh wait, that was earlier. He said happy
You,
birthday. Hold
you
on.
know what he said? You might be my favorite poet, Uno. You know
Oh,
what
here we
it's
go.
about.
Hell yeah, man. Absolutely. Absolutely as always, fucking amazing. Absolutely fucking amazing. Um Brendan, did you have anything to add over there? Were you I didn't know if you were.
You know how I was just saying it was incredible. It was good. Like, and it you can definitely feel that you had all intentions of saying thank you for making me stronger. You know,
Absolutely. I mean, and that
it's great.
that's literally one of the most. Oh, let me get the mic again.
Hmm.
That's literally one of the most powerful messages too, and I think there was a there was a line where I don't know if you know him, but this guy Marshall Mathers. Some people know him by Eminem, or some people even know him by Slim Shady. But he was like, he said in the song Lighters, um, he said, "Thank you, because your hate is what gave me the strength." Because I came at 5'9", but I feel like I'm 6'8", and I that was always been one of my favorite fucking lines that he ever wrote. I don't know. Do you know the song Lighters? With him and Bruno Mars and Royce the 5'9".
Oh no.
All I wanna see is a sky full of lighters. You know that.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
You
think
know what I'm talking about, Brandon?
okay.
Okay.
No,
Well,
you want to know why I would have passed it? Because somebody I am not a fan of is on it, which is Bruno Mars. So that's why I probably missed it.
you gotta get Bruno Mars, man. Bruno Mars is the shit. Bruno Mars is
Oh my
good.
gosh. No,
I like
I
Bruno Mars.
uh, as I said, I have some weird taste. I don't know when it has some artists I do not like. I just pass the music straight, even if it's with an artist I like.
Well, anyway, man, you should go check out that song because it is a good song. But either way, it has the same message as the piece
Yeah,
the
yeah,
piece you just wrote.
because
It's
what
a very empowering message.
yeah, because what actually led me to be writing this, I don't know how bad it is in America, but I'm sure it is. But how there's a lot of younger children committing suicide because of being bullied. So, and when I saw that, it just got me thinking how much times I really wanted to die growing up because it wasn't, as I say, only peers. It
Are
was
you
even the two.
teachers too? Yeah, you're freezing up a little bit. Shit, freezing up on me, man. Freezing up. Get that banner back up here. And fucking, we'll just. Come on, load back in. Is the music playing? Brandon, is the music playing? Oh, I'm not muted.
Mic check. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I'm unmuted. All right, thank you for getting that banner out of here, Brandon. And
Okay.
thank you for putting that up when I needed you to. I'm sorry, guys, about the. Oh, is the music still going?
Yes, it is.
Motherfucker! All right, here we go. Yeah, see, it's like a because the it doesn't come in one like I have to put have to put this up and the music at the same time.
Oh,
Yeah, I have like a bunch of like random fucking AI arts that I generated for this occasion. Just like random fucking like stuff like that.
to
Um,
represent your Lost Boys.
right, yeah.
Mm,
But anyway, man. Yeah,
okay.
you were saying yeah that it's not just your peers that shit on you. It's the teachers and stuff too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I literally had one chemistry teacher. I don't know why I did science. I hated science at the time. Well, but then I realized it's because of the teacher when she literally said, "Oh, um, do you think you'll amount to anything? You can't even do the assignments correctly. It's better you quit now." So yeah, chemistry wasn't my forte, but there are other subjects that were.
Right.
So
And
thank you,
that was me too.
haters.
English, that was all me. I was
Mm,
all there in English, but as you know, those other subjects, not
mm,
so much.
yeah.
Not so
Well.
much. Well, I mean, I wasn't horrible. Like I wasn't like an F or like a D student, but like I was pretty. I mean, I did have D's. I think I had like I think F was my F's were from classes that I just skipped because I had a habit of like skipping like my last block of the day. Didn't matter what it was. I'd just be like, no, I've had enough. 7 hours is enough. I don't need to be, or 6 hours is enough. I don't need to be here for 7. I'm good. Bye. And
No,
then I'd sneak back in just in time to get on the bus.
No, as I keep, I say, there's a nice finger salute we could do to the haters.
Fuck the haters. Absolutely. Forget the haters and forget the box.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, as always, dude. Fucking fantastic piece. And as always, it's been an honor having you on here, bro. Um, you ready to read my man Jack's chapters here?
Yes, I do. I have them up. So, well, I'll do both 11 and 12 right out, one after the next.
All right,
So,
sounds
yeah,
good.
so it will, because saying it's midnight on my side. Chapter
Yeah, no,
11.
right now it's like 11 for us, but
Yeah.
yeah, man, absolutely. We'll have Uno read us out, and then we'll get out of here. All
Hmm.
right, man. Go ahead.
Chapter 11. A jail cell. Jack! The man wakes up, shoots into the air, smashing his head into the roof of the cell. Adeline covers her mouth with both hands. He floats down slowly, lands in a more comfortable position. Oh, hey Adeline. Wait, you're not supposed to be here. Cassandra gonna. Nope. I took that, Adeline says, with a mischievous smile. I went to your auntie's place. She's nice, but she thinks you're dead. I tried telling her that you're a pyromancer now, but I don't think she believed me. Of course, don't worry about it, okay? I'll talk to her myself, Jack replies. He knows the agreement between the Queen and her secret forces. And she said that there's a plague and a war coming, Adeline shouts out, but her smile quickly turns into a blank expression. She looks down. The war with the Artons? Matthias asks. From his cell, he looks well rested.
Artitason.
Yeah,
Artitason.
yeah, I've heard they have heavy magic soldiers and machines. It's scary. Adeline puts her head on her hands. Tears break out. Cassandra walks in after hearing about the Artons and sees Adeline sobbing. She comforts the little girl and walks her out before confronting Jack about it. Can can you do anything right, Jack? She's furious with him, but then calms down and gets a better look at his disgusting, floppy, dry face. So what happened? Tell me everything that took place after we left you in the forest. Cassandra crosses her arms. I'll tell you. Artisans eh, Artisans happened. He showed up and saved me. He gave me the thing I wanted most. Jack Jask commands the iron bars that held him prisoner to join him and be part of his faceplate. Cassandra doesn't bat an eye to do this. But then Jack looks at Cassandra and Matthias and then at the fire that kept floating. Then I figured out that I should have probably stayed dead. No, of course not, interrupts Matthias. Whatever you looked like before this couldn't have been cooler than what you look like now. It was real difficult fighting you. Maybe if the queen wasn't such a petty brat, she could have you in her army for the war. Cassandra turns to her head and glares at Matthias, who shuts up immediately. We have enough soldiers. We do not need a failure to burn us all before Athens even gets here, she says, and quickly slides her foot a little in front of her. A dense set of ice bars materializes and replaces the one just melted away. He doesn't enjoy this kind of treatment. Well, maybe if you're going to keep acting like this, after 13 years of loyal service, Jax gets, since he given me only compliment I've heard in 13 years. Matthias looks at him, surprised that it was this easy to make him turn on the queen. And in awe, Jack's fire powers. Jax moves forward but bounces the same teal grid he was dragged in here. It only becomes visible for the moment. It was touching Jax. He gets mad, claustrophobic. He used the metal has on him, forms two long rods, puts them through a space between the bars, pulls them apart, freeing himself. Sternly walks out of the dungeon, while Jack talks to Matthias. Here, let me. Jack doesn't get to finish the sentence, and Matthias turns into glowing white blur. The lock, the lock on his cell starts rattling and breaks apart. Pretty cool, huh? Matthias says with a cocky smile. Chapter 12. A Magician. The pair leave their cells, Jack still thinking about Cassandra, and Matthias impressing himself with his own tricks. They set out to find the circus leader. So, has his name his name is Ferdinand. I know we are wondering, says Matthias. Yeah, I was. How did you know that? My boss taught me some skills. We worked together for a long time. About the same amount you were talking about with the Queen. Matthias says, feeling like he should be connecting some dots at the moment, but not caring enough to actually do it. Ferdinand, huh? Jack wonders. The magician in his cell, a few corridors away, feels his name was mentioned by a heavy magic user. He puts on his entertainment face, kicks the cell gate hard, and starts talking to the guard posted at his cell. Didn't you hear the queen? She just said I'm free to go. I what? No, I don't think so. You don't think? It's pretty obvious because that's what she'll be telling you once she comes back and I'm still in the slammer. Get me the hell out, you piece of work. The guard has heard the queen talk to him that exact way from the moment he started working for her. So he simply does what he was told. As the gates start to open, Ferdinand's eyes bulge out and start panicking. Look away, you fool! Give me a moment, Ferdinand blurts out and runs to the corner of his cell. The guard sees this and snaps out of it. He starts to slowly close the gate. Arrgh! The magician drops to the ground, squealing and convulsing in pain. He grabs his hair and starts pulling out. Ah! My void! You surrender to. Ah! Oh, scales of will, the gleaming eyes, two yellow glints. Ah! He keeps rolling around the dirt. The pair hear this and hurry through the corridors. We get them, don't we? Matthias starts chattering with Jack. He covers his face with a plate and stays silent. Yeah, Ferdinand, and I had the rods. No, I had the voice for forever. Didn't you hear about what happened to King Ramon? You know the Queen has them too. Ferdinand always had his void under control, but I could never outspace it. Wherever I go, there's just more rumbling, more darkness. Only since the morning of yesterday, we both got eyes, two yellow glinters. It's freaky, Matthias. Quiet, quiets down, and Jack's head is racing with thoughts. They soon arrive at Ferdinand's cell and sees him on the ground. The guard had enough and runs away, hoping the queen will at least understand him. Matthias breaks the lock under the cell and starts yelling at Ferdinand. They're not real. Don't give in to them, Ferdinand. Listen to me. It's Matt. The void is yours. Ah! Ah! Ferdinand doesn't look like he's going to win. Cassandra runs down to see what the commotion was about. She noticed the prisoners are out, just like the guard said. Her face turns red. She loses her composure. Enough! She commands and freeze all the air in the prison. Jax tries to react, surrounding himself in fire. Matthias glitches half of his body out of reality, trying to escape, and Ferdinand is still trying to fight off the eyes. This elusive beast, it smiles. End of chapter 12.
Fuck yeah. All right. So first of all, just like I said to Skedaddle, you did a fucking fantastic job reading that. Um, sorry, I had to sneeze for a minute and then it went away. I don't know. I don't know if that ever happens to you. Yeah, no, that was a fantastic job reading that. First of all, second of all, um, just I love the world building that he's doing.
Mhm.
And more throughout the chapters, he's doing more and more war building. You hear about wars and famine and or not he was talking about wars and plagues and stuff happening elsewhere in his world and just little dropping little things like that do a lot for setting up the overall world and just building it and building which helps to build great characters because it sets up the world that they're in, which the whole nature versus nurture. Nurture impacts the way that they act and behave. So the setting and the world that you build is very very important. It's integral to your character building, and he does a great job at interweaving the two and building the world around the characters, and then vice versa as well, building the characters around the world. I think I meant to say it the first time. You know what I meant.
Mhm. Yeah.
Anyway, I meant to say it the reverse the first time, but you know what I meant is he does a great job of creating both characters and the world, and the two um, the two help each other and play off each other very well. Um, so yeah, I'm really liking the world building that he's doing, and it's just like I said, drawing me further and further into this masterpiece that he's constructing. So
Because I'm looking at what is a name. I'm not going to say it, but uh, for chapter 13, I don't know why it's already starting to give a Voldemort vibe. of Harry Potter just by the title.
yeah, it's got some it's got some definitely like Dark Lord type. I've been watching a lot of Rings of Power or Middle Earth. No, I think it's Rings of
Yeah,
Power.
yeah,
I've been watching a lot of Rings of Power lately. And yeah, it's got some Sauron Dark Lord vibes going on for sure.
yeah.
Um,
Nah, I'm not a Lord of the Rings fan. I'm a Potterhead. I'm a pothead.
you can be both. You can be both. I'm definitely all three. I am a Potterhead, a pothead. I'm a Potterhead pothead
You're-
who also reads and watches Lord of the Rings.
no,
Um
no, no. I'm gonna fix it. You're a pothead.
Hell yeah, man. Well, that was a fantastic reading and a fantastic like couple chapters that I was going to say chapter, but fantastic couple chapters
Hmm.
there. And I like, again, I can't stress this enough. Like I am so hooked on the story and cannot wait to see where it goes.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it
Because
is really, I wait. I like literally like I like waiting for a new episode of a show or something like that. Like I wait for every time he comes on. I'm like, I don't get to hear more of this fucking story. Like I am invested. So I hope he keeps writing it and I hope he keeps sharing it because it is fucking
uh,
it's one of my
I
favorites.
no, I'm waiting to hear when it will be available in if it will be available on Amazon or anywhere.
Yeah, I guess that's a question for Jack.
Yeah,
We'll see him in the comments here. He
yeah.
says, "Enjoy these last moments of sanity." He. And
Mhm.
he's referring to the story. It's about to get quite insane, which I think it's quite insane already. But he's gonna go farther, so I can't wait to see where it goes.
So, as they say, let's wait for it to take us down the rabbit hole.
Absolutely, man. I can't wait. And like I
Or,
said,
is it the pirate hole?
well, I just as long as it's not a glory hole, we should be.
Oh,
I think we should be all set.
wait. No. Again, another Family Guy episode. The one where it wasn't a glory hole, it was a sub hole.
Oh shit. Oh man, this has been great. Thank you as always. Another 2.5 hour episode, and all things considered, I think it went quite well. With the new platform. Obviously, we had our bumps in the road, but we've had bumps with Streamyard as well, and
Hmm.
I think once we figure this out, I'm really hope that we can get Jack actually on here in person next time. I'm
Uh,
gonna have to figure something out if we can't record maybe and if we can't, um, I have thought of the idea of maybe me and him record it, and then I play the video. Me and him record a private session, and I play that video or something like that.
yeah,
But
because
to the best of my ability, I'm going to try to get him on here live in person as
mhm,
soon as fucking possible.
yeah, but I must say I'm actually liking this modern streamline. Um, wait, StreamYard. I mean,
It's yeah. This platform is called EVMux or Evamux.
uh,
It's EVMUX. So
yeah,
Evmux. So
I'm
I don't.
putting it on the top. Yeah, it actually yeah, I think the as Taylor will say, these glitches are actually because it's the first show on a new platform, but I'm sure as they go along, because from even the effects they offer way more than your previous.
Yeah, in some aspects for sure. There is a few things like as of right now. And I didn't mean to announce this earlier, so I guess I'll announce it real quick at the end of the show. As of right now, this episode will not be the audio version of this episode will not be available on the other platforms because I have as of yet not figured out how to pre take the recording and put it elsewhere, or access the recording. I know there is a way to do it. I am just unable to figure it out at the moment. But as soon as I figure that out, I'll start putting the episodes on the other platforms. But still, make sure you follow us and subscribe to us, and because it still helps keeping subscribed to us, even if we're not posting content on those platforms at the moment. It just helps everything grow in general. So we really appreciate your support. But unfortunately, yeah, right now we're just gonna have the live episodes, and we will get back to having the recordings out to you as soon as possible. I promise. But that's the only downside to this platform that I've seen so far, is that it's not easily and readily available for me to access the recordings that I've figured out so far. But here's the thing: is it's weird because there's a section that says recordings, and then when I click on it, it says you have no recordings, and I'm like, okay, but how do I make some? So I don't. That's the only thing I've been able to find. So I know there's a way to make recordings because there's a section for it, but I don't know how to make them. So I got to figure that out. To be just all cards on the table, completely honest with you guys, that's what's going on, and yeah, we'll figure it out as soon as we can. So, but besides that, Brandon, we'll pop that back up here one more time. Thank you, everybody, and subscribe, follow us on all the platforms: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Wait for extra little clips. Again, we will start posting extra clips as well soon. All our usual content will come back online soon. But as of right now, for now, I am promising you we will do this every Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, at least on YouTube. Next week, we will probably be on Twitch and Facebook. And actually, I can have like 4 destinations or 5 destinations. So I think we're going to be on a bunch of different platforms by next week. So keep a lookout for that. Keep a lookout for all our usual content that we'll get back up on air as soon as possible. And just thank you for everybody for supporting and being part of this amazing community. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Ono. Thank you, Skedaddle. Thank you, everybody who watched and participated and commented. You guys are not my fans. You're not my friends. You're my family. And I couldn't do it without you. So thank you all so much. This has been great. Ono, anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Never free Brandon.
Never free. Yeah. Hashtag never free Brandon. All right, man. Well, with that being said, catch us next Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. Peace out, guys. One more thing. Happy birthday, Ono.
Thank you.
All right. Peace out, guys. Catch you
And
next
it's
Saturday,
supposed to be
9 p.m.
41.
Yeah. Peace out, guys.
See ya.